find it. It doesn't seem to be on any of these stations.
Keep looking.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
There it is. Go back.
Back.
Too late. I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. It's faster.
Wait.
Stop. That's it. Now, Etch.
So for our next speaker, I'm gonna continue, she is really exciting for some people, not for everyone. No kidding. She's exciting for everyone. She is such a fun person. She has been living in The Hague for, I think, 2.5 to 3 years, 3 years already, she says to me. 3 years already. She came from Romania, and she also, for some reason, is friends with me. We don't know why, but give it up for Sonia.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Hi, Sonia. How are you?
I'm great. I'm actually, I wish I would be on the beach right now. Well, I am, but...
You are at the beach. Is that The Hague beach, like Scheveningen?
Yeah, doesn't it look like it? Look at the water. It looks the same.
It looks the
The
exact...
palm trees.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Sonia, for the people that don't know you, could you give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself?
Well, you already said everything about me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah?
So I'm Sonia, I'm 22, and I've been living in The Hague for three years. And yeah, I'm studying media and entertainment management in Holland University. And yep, that's me.
A great introduction. And Sonia, as a Dutchie, I never understand why people from other countries would want to come to Holland, because to me, it's just a very cold country where there's not a lot to do. But what made you decide to come to Holland?
Yeah, it's actually a whole story behind it, so I'm just gonna say it really quickly.
Share it.
So when I didn't really know what I wanted to study, and in Romania there was this trend that everyone was going and outside of Romania, and they would study hotel management. So I looked up hotel management schools, and I went to the one in The Hague. And long story short, I went for the interview there. I didn't get in because they told me I was too open-minded and everything, but I really liked the country. So I was like, okay, so if this isn't for me, maybe I can look for another uni in Holland, because I really liked the vibes. The people were so chill, and I didn't even mind the weather when I was there, because I was right next to the beach, and there was the bungee jumping thing there. And I was like, after my first exam, I'm gonna do bungee jumping, I'm gonna hang around here. So I was just so excited about the city itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just decided to look for a creative course here, and I found this course that is applied sciences, and which one that you don't have in Romania. We don't have anything like this, so it was really exciting for me.
That sounds really nice. So the first question I have is, did you end up bungee jumping after your first exam?
No, I still have to do it. It's so expensive though.
Yeah, that's the shitty part, but I think you really have to once. I'm not gonna join you, but it's still really fun. So traveling to another country and living there is a whole nother step than just moving away to another city in your country. Was it hard to leave your parents?
With me, I really wanted to leave home because my parents were really strict in a way. So I really wanted to leave and start a life by myself, where I could take my own decisions, where I can take care of myself by myself. Yeah. So it was really exciting for me to leave and start living by myself. And I didn't realize I didn't miss home for 5 months. But then I started getting along with my parents a lot better.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I do miss them. It was difficult for me, and I think it's even more difficult for them, actually.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you must miss them a lot.
Yeah, but it's very different, and it's I feel like I'm developing and growing a lot more than I would have back home.
Yeah, that makes sense. And how did you adapt to the Dutch culture, the Dutch life?
For the first few months, I was really hyped that I was here. So everything was everything was pink for me. So people were smiling on the streets, and they were just so kind to me. And I was like, oh my God, Dutch people are so kind. They're so nice. I just love the vibes. But then it was a bit like I realized that they're actually like minding their own business in a way. Like they're like really there for themselves.
Yeah.
And culturally, it was like a huge shock for me, like the food. Like I was used to eating like homemade food and everything, and like I was used to having warm lunches like soups and like cooked stuff and everything, and then Dutchies would be like, here you go, like 2 pieces of bread and some cheese, this is your lunch. I'm like, no. Please.
That's not a lunch. And so you came to Holland, and you adapted a little bit, and then school started, of course. Was it hard combining school and your social life?
Well, especially in my first year, I was always prioritizing school, like always. And I wasn't going out as much, but for example, if I would have a party that I really wanted to go to, I would always set the priorities and the things that I really have to get done by the end of the week, let's say, and then I would try to get as much as I could do. Not as much as I could, and then like that would motivate me. Like the fact that I was going out in the evening was really motivating for me to like actually get shit done right away and be productive.
Yeah, that makes sense. And now in your in your second year and in your third year, you loosened up. That's what I kind of
loosened up a bit during my second year and my second semester. Like I was going out more, and I started caring less about school. Guys, don't do that. And in my third year, I did an internship at an events company, and I was constantly at parties at least 3 or 4 times a week. So I had no choice. So that was my life.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, and a lot of. It was really tiring, but very good.
So what I kind of understand, what you like to do in your free time is party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that.
Well, yeah.
I cooled down a bit. Like I became a lot more chill lately, but I still enjoy partying. But I think it's just Corona that did this to me.
Yeah. She kind of screwed us over. So for all of the Dutch people, not even the Dutch people, for everyone watching right now, what are the best spots to party in The Hague?
It really depends on what you're looking for. But honestly, my favorite places to party at are Pard, because it's such a huge venue, and you can like there are all types of parties there, and you can do basically whatever you want. There's so many types of events there, or they used to be. And Pip, I like really a lot. I like it a lot. If you're into techno house music, I really like it. And I've recently been to Blijenberg, which is like a rooftop bar, and DJs usually play music there, but you can sit outside. And then if you go there in the evening, it's so pretty because you can see the sunset and everything. And then I went downstairs in Het Magazijn, which was also, it's like a small club, and it's only for people that enjoy techno music. But it was really nice. So I think this is about it, because the other ones, I feel like there are a lot of restaurants / pubs that are turned into nightclubs like at around 11 o'clock. So I would say that these are like the places that I would be a go-to for me.
Yeah. And I kind of can assume that you don't go alone to these parties. When you just came to Holland, how did you manage to make friends? That sounds like a very mean question, but it's not.
Well, I tend to go to events alone. At least I used to. I'm not kidding. I used to go alone and just meet up with people there and just say, "Hi, I'm Sonia. How are you? Can I just hang out with you guys?" So that's literally one way that I like in which I made friends. But then besides that, school, of course, like I met a lot of people from my class. Like I'm really good friends with a lot of people from my class. But also just like events organized by student organizations like ESN. You can meet so many like-minded people at these events, and you can bond so much, and you can do so many great things together. So yeah.
That sounds like a lot. That's really courageous, because I am not that kind of person that just walks up to people and just goes to events alone. That's really cool that you do that. And what do you usually do with your friends?
Well, besides partying, I really enjoy just going and grabbing a drink in Plein or Grote Markt, and just grabbing a drink and chatting and looking at all the people around me. I really like enjoy watching people. I'm strange. And of course, I go to the beach when it's decent weather. Even if it's windy or a bit rainy, but not too cold, I still enjoy going to the beach. I feel like it's so calming and so nice.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been going to this place like Amaze VR, who has like VR games, and it's so cool. And even at the arcade place, the one at the beach or the one in the, next to Grote Markt or in Grote Markt, I think they're so cool. I could spend like a whole day there. And also, like, I wouldn't say it's fun, but I enjoy going to museums. So like the Escher Museum, it's like modern art.
Yeah.
Portland Museum, they have a lot of cool things. And besides that, yeah, just going to different cities and grabbing a drink there and visiting the city, like being a tourist.
Tourist, though, that's the best part. And if you would describe the nightlife here in Holland, how would you do that? Ooh, difficult question, I know.
People always make the best out of it, out of anything. I feel like, as I told you, like the restaurant, this is how I describe it, because even if it's a restaurant that turns into a nightclub, people there still make the best out of it. Like they have so much fun, and I think it's so cool and so important to have that when you go out.
That's nice. And the another thing that I was kind of curious about, that looking back now, if you would like be able to go back in time and think and like have information beforehand, before you came to Holland, what would you like to know?
That the weather is bipolar.
Yeah, it's really shitty.
Yeah. And that what else? Oh yeah, that applied sciences still means a lot of research.
Yeah. I can vouch for that.
That's it.
So Sonia, before we end this conversation, we actually have a question. And I know it's really fun, right? You got really excited.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah. So the question is, what's the craziest and coolest party that you've ever been to? In Holland, of course.
Oh my God, craziest. Oh my God. You caught me off guard.
I know.
Craziest.
Or the coolest party. The coolest
it must have been the party that I went to on King's Day last year. It was a party with house and techno music, and it was on the beach, and the atmosphere there was just so amazing, and the people were just like, it was like one person and everyone was so connected to everyone, and it was just beautiful. I loved it.
That's really nice to hear. And if you could give advice to the people watching, how can you give them advice on making their transition from their home country to Holland as smooth as possible?
Step out of your comfort zone. I think if you're a first year right now, it must be very difficult for you to meet new people and bond with others, but just step out of your comfort zone. And if we're going to have, like ESN is going to have a lot of physical events, so just if someone tells you, should we go? Yeah, you should go, because you can meet so many great people there. And yeah, this is the first step you have to take in order to actually get used to this city, I guess, like have people to share things with. And I think, yeah, just step out of your comfort zone. That's the best thing that I could, the best advice I could give people.
Yeah. That sounds like great advice. I wish I would take it. I'm bad at those things, but we're not going to talk about my issues tonight. Sonia, I want to thank you so much. This has been great. Are there any people that have a question? Sonia doesn't bite. Just a little bit sometimes, you know. No,
really hungry.
I feel like there's not going to be any questions. Sonia, thank you so much. And
thank you.
I have a gut feeling that we'll see each other in the future.
I think so.
Thank you, Sonia. Bye.